שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. Shabbat Shalom, Yom HaAtzmaut Sameach. I'm using Sameach despite everything. So today we just heard that the IDF has recovered from Gaza the bodies of 3 hostages that died. So Yitzhak Gelenrenter, Shani Luk and Amit Buskila. So we will remember them when we say the Kaddish later.
What was that?
So the names I just mentioned are the names of 3 hostages that Tzahal has found in Gaza, dead. 3 bodies, yes. Okay, so I spoke with some Israeli friends the past few days, asking them to come here, and some said, I can't, I just can't. It's too painful. So I just wanted us tonight to celebrate the state of Israel, not what's happening at the moment, but the idea of having somewhere in the world a place where we can call ourselves, because it's been a very complicated history, 2,000 years of Galut, and then going back to the land of Israel. So tonight it's about celebration. It's about food, it's about singing, but before that we want to remember the victims of the 7th of October and all, of course, the subsequent victims. And we have prepared a leaf on the Tree of Life, so they will be forever with us. So there is a leaf in memory of the 7th of October, and it's customary to read Psalm 23 when we do a ceremony that involves remembrance. So I'm going to sing it for you.
I'm just not saying.
It's wasn't the right order. Right. So we keep all these people, simple people, people who just had the crime to be born in the wrong place at the wrong time, we keep them in our heart today and forever as we start now the Shabbat evening service. And I've asked Rebecca to come and light the Shabbat candles. Rebecca and Peter are getting married in August in London. I don't know if you remember, like 2 years ago, we did the Aufruf here at KLS. Rosh Hashanah 2 years ago. You don't remember that? I didn't remember until they told me, so now I remember. You remember, of course. So please stand. Yes.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו לחוקקנו שעה שבת.
Amen. יישר כוח. Please be seated. Page 70. לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה לאדוני. לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה לאדוני. נריה לצור אישנו נקדמה פניו בתודה. נריה לצור אישנו בזמירות נריה לו. לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה לאדוני. לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה לאדוני. 71. שירו לאדוני, שירו שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ. שירו לאדוני, שירו שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ. שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בסרו מיום ליום ישועתו. שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בסרו מיום ליום ישועתו. שירו לאדוני, שירו שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ. שירו לאדוני, שירו שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ. Page 76. שלום עליכם. שלום עליכם מלאכי השרת, מלאכי עליון. מי מלך מלאכי המלאכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. בואכם לשלום מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון. מי מלך מלאכי המלאכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ברכוני לשלום מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון. מי מלך מלאכי המלאכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. צאתכם לשלום מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון. מי מלך מלאכי המלאכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. So the Israel group has chosen a few texts that will be read during the service tonight and after the service. So the first one is a letter written by Rabbi Gilad Kariv, who is a progressive rabbi in Israel. And Rabbi Gilad Kariv is a member of Knesset for the Labour Party. So, Andre, do you think you can, Come on, okay? Yeah, so good. Shimon, you should come and hold on.
It's an old story.
From the desk of Rabbi Gilad Kariv, member of Knesset of the Labour Party. My dear friends, as we approach Israel's 76th Independence Day, Israel and Jews worldwide are facing unparalleled challenges and difficulties that we could never have imagined on last year's Independence Day. While the return of the hostages must be our first priority, and as we are blinded by the dust of battle and our tears, we must remember the remarkable resilience that we have witnessed over these past difficult months. In Israel, while the government has been dysfunctional, Israeli organisations and citizens have shown extraordinary solidarity, volunteering tirelessly and demonstrating unwavering generosity. From supporting hostages' families to answering the needs of those evacuated from their homes in the north and south, to standing up for their democratic rights with ongoing demonstrations, Israelis have exemplified the spirit of unity and activism. We deeply appreciate how the relations between Jews and Arabs in Israel have remained intact under the most stressful conditions. We can be thankful that the toxic discourse of the government coalition has not seeped into the IDF, as soldiers have reported of incredible solidarity amongst themselves, no matter what part of Israeli society they represent. And at the same time, the West Bank has not become another war front, thanks to the IDF and the cooperation of the Palestinian security agencies. For me, one of the most important lessons that I have learned since October the 7th is the strength of the bonds between Israeli and diaspora Jews. While Jews worldwide are experiencing unprecedented levels of anti-Semitism, both sides understand our interdependency. It has always been our ability to come together as a community for what is moral and just, and we are now yet again exercising our strength as Ham HaNetzach, the eternal people. In these trying times, Israel, as the homeland of the Jewish people, has never been more important. While Israelis cannot survive without the support of Jewish communities and their home countries. Although we are geographically separated, let us gain momentum in the knowledge that we are facing these struggles together, drawing strength from our shared history and our destiny to overcome the forces of evil and to assure the safety of the Jewish people wherever they may be. The Lord shall grant strength to his people, the Lord shall bless his people with peace, we read in the book of Psalms 29:11. These are the blessings we need these days for our captives and their loved ones, for the grieving families, for all the evacuees, for IDF soldiers, for all those suffering in this conflict. Strength and peace. May we all be blessed with the strength to dream and bring peace in days of pain and sorrow. May this Yom HaAtzmaut be the beginning of our renewed hope.
Thank you.
It's okay.
It's okay?
Yep.
Page 91. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. 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 שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד. אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשמו לתפארת ולתהילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי מקור הברכה, מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי בעורר קומי אורי, אורי אורי שדברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום עצרת בלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמונה עם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. So before we continue our service with Baruch Hu, I'm going to ask Shimon and Caroline to come up to read the next two texts. Okay, I've got copies there. Well, it's not his wife, he's very gallant.
The Land of Hope by Rabbi Jonathan Sachs. I didn't have time to practice. 26 centuries ago, in exile in Babylon, the prophet Ezekiel, had the most haunting of all prophet visions. He saw a valley of dry bones, a heap of skeletons. God asked him, "Son of man, can these bones live?" Ezekiel replied, "God, you alone know." Then the bones came together and grew flesh and skins, and began to breathe and live again. Then God said, "Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. They say, our bones are dried up, our hope is lost. Avda tikvatenu. Therefore, prophesy and say to them, this is what the God says. My people, I am going to open your graves and bring you up from them. I will bring you back to the land of Israel." Yechezkel 37:1-14. It was this passage that Naftali Herz Imbar was alluding to in 1877 when he wrote in the song that became Israel's national anthem, Hatikva, the phrase "Od lo avda tikvatenu," our hope is not yet lost. Little could he have known that 70 years later, 1/3 of the Jewish people would have become, in Auschwitz and Treblinka, a valley of dry bones. Who would have been blamed for saying, "Our bones are dried up, our hope is lost"? Yet a mere 3 years after, standing face to face with the angel of death, the Jewish people, by proclaiming the state of Israel, made a momentous affirmation of life, as if it had heard across the centuries the echo of God's words to Yechezkel. "I will bring you back to the land of Israel. And a day will one day come when the story of Israel in modern time will speak not just to Jews, but to all who believe in the power of human spirits as it reaches out to God. As an everlasting symbol of the victory of life over death, hope over despair, Israel has taken a barren land and made it bloom again. It has taken an ancient language, the Hebrew of the Bible, and made it speak again. It has taken a West oldest faith and made it young again. It had taken a shattered nation and made it live again. That remains the Jewish dream. Israel is the land of hope.
So the reading that I'm about to read, the Israeli citizen is my brother-in-law, and he sent it in a WhatsApp message to the family on Sunday at 6:21. He said, "The sirens marking the start of Remembrance Day have not long ago faded away, and we now honour the 30,134 precious souls, security forces and civilians that have been killed in defending the land of Israel and in terrorist attacks since 1860. Since the last year's Remembrance Day, 1,594 Israeli soldiers and civilians have died. 760 Israel Defence Forces soldiers and 834 civilians, of which 822 were killed on or after the October 7th terrorist attacks by Hamas in southern Israel. Last year's figures represents more than 5% of the total from the past 164 years. It just gives some perspective and scale of the atrocities that have happened these past 12 months and what Israel has and is still going through. And this time tomorrow, albeit in a much more subdued manner, Israel will mark its 76th anniversary, and we will do so because A, we have no other country, and B, Am Yisrael Chai."
And then the response, please excuse me because I do this a lot. The response was my sister. Oh God, I'm so sorry. Who said, "Anyway, they celebrate the terrorists will have won. So even though celebrations will have to be subdued, they have to take place both here and in Israel and by Jews living elsewhere." So today I sent my brother-in-law a message and said, "I just need to check it was you that wrote that because I don't want to read it if it wasn't you." And he said, although I knew it was him because he used the word albeit, and that was my brother-in-law's words, he said it was written by me. He said, "I took the figures from an official Israel source. Each year they're published on the day before Remembrance Day." And he said, "Hope you have a meaningful and celebratory evening." And that's what we're here to do. Thank you.
Thank you. So we turn to page 92 now, and I will invite you to stand, please. Barechu et Adonai ha-mevorar, Baruch Adonai ha-mevorar leolam va'ed. Please be seated. And let's read together page 93. We praise you, Eternal One, our God, sovereign of the universe, whose word brings on the evening, whose wisdom opens heaven's gates, whose understanding changes times and seasons, and whose will set the stars in their courses in the sky. You make day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light. You make day pass and bring on the night, and separate day from night. You rule the host of heaven. We praise your God, whose word makes evening fall. Avat olam beit Israel. עמך ואתה, תורה ומצוות, חוקים ומשפטים, אותנו לימדת, אותנו לימדת. על כן אדוני אלוהינו בשוכבנו ובקומנו נשיח בחוקיך ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד, כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגי יומם ולילה, נגי יומם ולילה, ואהבתך אל תסור ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל, אוהב עמו ישראל. Please stand, we're on page 94. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד, ומרו שם כבוד מלכותו לעולם ועד. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך, ושננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשועריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. אמת. Please be seated. All this we hold to be true and sure, you alone, eternal one, are our God, and we are Israeli people. You have freed us from oppressors and delivered us from tyrants. You led us out of Egypt forever to serve you in freedom. When we witness your power, we praise your name and gave thanks. Willingly we accept your rule. Then, full of joy, we sang together. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדע בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב, וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני גל ישראל. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, ועמידנו מלכנו לחיים טובים, ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ותקננו בעצה טובה מלפניך, והושיענו למען שמך, והגן בעדינו, והסר מעלינו אויב דרך ורע ויגון, והרחק ממנו עוון ופשע, ובצל כנפיה תסתירהו. כי אל שומרנו מצילנו אתה, כי אל מלך חנון ורחום אתה, ושמור צאתנו ובורנו לחיים ולשלום מעתה ועד עולם. ברוך אתה אדוני הפורש סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל יושבי תבל. And we stand for the Amidah. Adonai sefata tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Eternal God, open my mouth, lift my mouth, may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu ve'emoteinu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel ve'Elohei Leah. האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים, וקונה הכל, וזוכה חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיה מת עם מטרה ולהושיע. משיב הרוח מוחיל הגשם, מזריח השמש ומורידתה. מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיה מתים ברחמים רבים. צומח נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים. ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומדומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיע ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות מתים. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיה המתים. קדוש אתה ונוחה שמך, ואין לנו אלוה מבלעדיך. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש. Please be seated. We thank you, O God, for this Sabbath day, which calls us to a closer communion with you. Though you are near to us at all times, you reveal your presence most clearly when we direct our thoughts towards you in worship and meditation. In you, O God, our humanity is exalted. You are our life. From you come its greatness, its power, its beauty. Establish in us, we humbly pray, a devotion to you that shall be firm in all the circumstances of life. May this service renew in our hearts the sense of your presence and bring us peace. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת. מקדשי שבי שבת, כולם ישמעו וימתנגו מטובך שבת. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת. והשיר רצית בו וקידשתו שבת. חמדת ימים אותו קראת לו שבת. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת. זכר למעשה וראשית שבת. זכר למעשה למעשה בראשית שבת. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי שבת וקורא עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי שבת וקורא עונג שבת. Page 100. Our God and God of ancestors, may our rest on this day be pleasing in your sight. Sanctify us by your commandments and make us loyal to your teaching. Satisfy us with your goodness and gladden us with your salvation, and purify our hearts to serve you in truth. In your gracious love, eternal one, let the holiness of your Sabbath enter our hearts. And may all Israel who hallow your name be exalted by its peace. We praise you, O God, for the holiness of the Sabbath. Eternal God, be gracious to people Israel, and in your love accept their prayers. May our worship now and always be acceptable in your sight. We praise you, O God, whom alone we worship in reverence. And we say together, we give thanks that you, Eternal One, are our God, as you were the God of our ancestors. You are the rock of our life, the power that shields us in every age. We thank and praise you for our lives which are in your hand, for our souls which are in your keeping, for the signs of your presence we encounter every day, and for your wondrous gifts at all times, morning, noon, and night. We praise you, O God, source of goodness, to whom our thanks are due. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Ki ata hu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki ata hu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם. Baruch atah Adonai Yosei HaShalom. We praise you, O God, the source of peace. And now we take a few moments for private prayer and meditation. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל בני אדם. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Bnei Adam. So I wanted to read you a prayer that was written by Rabbi Nardi Grun. I don't remember actually where he is actually operating, or if it's a Nardi, is it? I don't know. Anyway, it came from, I think, the IMPJ, the Israel Movement for Progressive Judaism. In its 76th year as an independent nation, may Israel be a worthy vessel, creating a good life for all its inhabitants. May it flourish in the spirit of love, friendship, and fellowship that will distance it from hatred, enmity, and jealousy. And may it enjoy ample quiet, peace, calm, and prosperity. May Israel always be a light unto the nations. May we embody in full the vision of its founders as expressed in the Declaration of Independence. And I quote, "The state of Israel will be open for Jewish immigration and for the ingathering of the exiles. It will foster the development of the country for the benefit of all its inhabitants. It will be based on freedom, justice, and peace, as envisaged by the prophets of Israel. It will ensure complete equality of social and political rights to all its inhabitants, irrespective of religion, race, and sex. It will guarantee freedom of religion, conscience, language, education, and culture. It will safeguard the holy places of all religions, and it will be faithful to the principles of the Charter of the United Nations." End of quote. Blessed be those who make peace and strive for coexistence between peoples. Blessed be those who defend freedom and democracy. Blessed be those who defend the nation's security. Strengthen the defenders with might and heroism. May all the captives and missing persons return home safely. Blessed are you, the residents of Israel, who sustain this nation through your mercy and hard work. Send your light and truth to the leaders of a nation, to its judges and elected officials, and correct them with good advice, that they may guide the nation in honesty, decency, and love. And the day will one day come when the story of Israel in modern times will speak not just to Jews, but to all who believe in the power of a human spirit as it reaches out to God, as an everlasting symbol of a victory of life over death, hope over despair. Israel has taken a barren land and made it bloom again. It has taken an ancient language, the Hebrew of the Bible, and made it speak again. It has taken the West's oldest faith and made it young again. It has taken a shattered nation.
René, you've moved into the reading onwards that you have, or that you want to do.
Wow, okay, sorry. Oh, yes, sorry. Yeah, I don't know. So I've to, yeah, okay. Anyway, it's a lovely text anyway. Yeah, I think, I didn't see. No, you're listening. No, it's me. I think it fit really well, both texts. Sorry? So, earlier, in the text that he read, Shimon mentioned, I'm so bad with Naftali Herz Imber, the writer of the Hatikva. Did you know that when the State of Israel was created, there was, of course, discussions about the symbol, what flag, etc., etc. So the blue and white represent the talit, the colors of the talit, and the Star of David is a kind of universal Jewish symbol. But for the hymn, national anthem, there was a question. There is, this Psalm 126, that talks about the return to Zion. Shir Lamalot Beshuv Adonai Chivat Sion, the one that we sing when we Birkat Hamazon. Shir Lamalot Beshuv Adonai Chivat Sion Ayinu Kecholmim. So that's kind of a psalm that talks about the return of the exiles to Zion. And there was also this text from Naphtali Imber, and they discussed it by one voice. They chose the Hatikva. One voice only. So it was kind of an interesting way. But the early Zionists were very much secular Jews, and they were member of the Labour Party in Israel that was very, very big at that time. So I know that Rebecca has prepared for us the Hatikva. So it's in your prayer books. Page 375 and 374. So and let's read together the English, because we always sing the Hebrew, and the English is really beautiful as well. As long as the Jewish heart still yearns and looks east to Zion, so long our hope has not yet perished. The hope of 2 millennia to be a free people in our land, in the land of Zion and Jerusalem. So usually it's customary to stand when we sing the Hatikva, so I'm going to ask you to stand, please.
I was going to suggest I play it through once, and then you can join in with the singing, if that's okay?
I think they know Hatikva, maybe just for the rhythm.
No, just because they might.
Sorry?
Just because. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'll play it through once and then join in.
Yeah. Please be seated. So, Rebecca will now read a poem by Hannah Yerushalmi, which is also in your sheets, on your sheets.
We are our ancestors' wildest dreams. We still exist. We have a country that offers the safest haven for any Jew anywhere. We have an army, brave soldiers from all walks of life, so a Jew never has to feel small ever again. We still exist. We are our ancestors' wildest dreams.
Thank you. And I think we have now a message coming from the President of the State of Israel. He recorded this message for all Jewish communities around the world. Come on! It's just for us because he's going to talk to us. Huh? Yeah, it's for us. It's just for, I don't know what she's saying, but.
There is no question that this year our Yom HaAtzmaut celebrations are different. Israel's 76th year has been marked by enormous pain and loss, not just for Israel, but for Jewish communities throughout the world. The murder, torture, rape and abduction of hundreds of our people by Hamas, the clear and present threats to Israel, the grief over our soldiers, our best, brightest and bravest, who fell and were injured protecting and defending. The shocking scale of his re-emergence of anti-Semitism in so many forms throughout the world. All of these have shaken the earth beneath our feet. But, my brothers and sisters, this is only part of the truth. We must recognize that these times of real loss have also been a time of important achievements. They have reminded us why we rose up from tragedy and found the power, the courage, the strength, the determination to establish a beautiful and a beloved national home, the miracle that is the state of Israel. They have reminded us also of our core qualities, of our power as a people to stand up again and again and again against hatred, to survive, to regenerate, to rejuvenate, and speak our truth, of our deep and sustaining caring for one another, our solidarity, our connection to the call that we have carried across the ages to do good, to pursue peace, tikkun olam, and to repair our fractured world. So, dear sisters and brothers, my friends, we've seen our people step forward this year for one another, to offer one another protection, defense, support, empathy, care, and love. We've shown that we truly belong to one another and that no matter what happens, we can tap into deep resources of caring, connection, love, and belonging. May we continue to raise our voices and fight for what matters, for the immediate release of our hostages, for our safety and our future in a thriving and secure Jewish and democratic state of Israel, and for a world of peace, harmony, and goodwill. להתראות בישראל ובירושלים, יום עצמאות שמח, ועם ישראל חי. Shalom, dear sisters and brothers.
You say it twice.
So, we are going now to say the Kaddish for our members first, and on this Shabbat we remember Abraham Solomons, the father of Mike Solomons. We remember Joseph Pfeiffer, the father of Michael Pfeiffer. Remember Dina Grossman, the mother of Anne Siegel, and Katie Wolf, the mother of Mark Wolf. And as I said earlier, we've just learned today about 3 hostages that were found dead in Gaza: Yitzhak Gelerente, 53, Shani Luke, 23, and Amit Bouskila, 28. Is there any other name you would like to remember as we say the Kaddish, before we say the Kaddish? Yes?
Yes, unfortunately, another soldier has died today, Ben Avishai.
Zichronam Livracha, may their memory be a blessing. And we turn to page 524 for the Kaddish. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון ויומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהא שמי רבה מבורך לעלם ולעלמי עלמיה, יתבהר וישתבר ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלש לקודשה בריחו, אלא כל ביחתה ושירתה. תוש בחטא ונחמתה, דע מירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהא שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל בני אדם ואמרו אמן. Please be seated. Okay, so I think people have watched my video I did the other day about the synagogue refurbishment. So I tried to picture this place with the new colors, the new chairs and everything. And so there's a little exhibition there in the mosaic room with a few panels that gives you an idea of how it looks like. So tomorrow Romain, who is the interior designer who has designed that, will be there to answer any questions. And of course, if there are no massive objection from KLS, which I don't think there is, because people are pretty happy with that, we'll go ahead, which means I will need to come and get some money from you, because this is part of a deal, right? So the good news, oh no, we're not supposed to talk about, oh, yeah, it's fine. The good news, we've got already a third of the budget covered by donations, which is good. It's good. So, and it's doable. And I wanted to thank the team who's been working on that. We met several times. So I know that I took kind of executive decision not to involve the entire community for one reason, for a very simple reason, from experience. From the last time we tried to do it, it became this kind of everybody had an opinion, and finally nothing happened. And also we have an interior designer who is very talented, and the people that I've chosen to be part of this group actually represent the community, with the idea that in the end, of course, if KLS disagrees, it's not going to happen, right? Because it's your synagogue. But this is the kind of thing I really wanted to leave to you before I go to Maidenhead. I was really pleased by the reception you gave to Rabbi Lev Taylor last Shabbat. It was really, really happy. So I did warn him, because there are many people today. I said, don't expect the synagogue to be full like this in Shabbat, but enjoy while you can. So, yeah, but I didn't want to have these expectations too high. So he was very, very happy. He really enjoyed being with KLS on Saturday. And I think, personally, when I went back home, I thought, I'm relieved now. I'm reassured, because I know that KLS is in good hands, and it's going, unless something wrong happens, which, everything in God's hands. So our choir is going to Fincher Progressive on Sunday for a concert, to raise funds for G2G. Last time we did the concert here at KLS, so they do the same in Fincher Progressive, and not Fincher Reform, Fincher Progressive this Sunday afternoon. There will be also singers from Fincher Progressive. It's a very musical shul as well, so if you want to go, it's Sunday afternoon from 5 p.m. to 7:30. And all the proceeds will go to G2G and the Leobeck Education Center in Haifa. And you can donate online, I'm sure. You need to register. Oh, sorry, yes.
There's a Zoom.
There's a Zoom, yes. Yeah, there's a Zoom. You can join on Zoom. Yes, I think that's mainly what I wanted to say. So thank you for the Israel group for organizing this Yom HaAtzmaut tonight, and for cooking, obviously, because that's probably one of the most important parts of a celebration is to eat. And okay, so now, instead of regular Adon Olam, I'm going to hand over to Shimon and Rebecca, who have prepared for you a song by Shlomo Artzi, a very Israeli name. You know what Artzi means? Artzi. My land. Yeah, Shlomo Artzi. אנחנו לא צריכים את הגשם. We don't need the rain. So you've got a copy here.
And the Israel group have all been rehearsing it all day. Haven't you, Israel group?
We don't need the rain. We don't need anything more.
Right, okay. It's up to you now. I'm off. No, I'm staying for the food.
Yeah, if you can go to the kitchen, there's a few bits and bobs that needs to happen. You can start. So I chose this because I know it's very fitting with the wine.
Does he need to be speaking in Polite?
Yeah.
They're online though.
Oh,
It's the live stream.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm going to be famous.
More famous in the
So I chose this song because I thought it's very befitting of the time. It's asking just to live. That's all it's asking. So you give the rain when it comes, and the flowers should bloom in the spring, and just let us see it again. And this is gonna touch me. I mean, it's a song that I like anyway, but it just touched my heart. Thinking about the hostages and what's happening in Israel, and all we want is really just to live, to see the spring again and the flowers, and nothing else matters. So that's the reason.
Do you want to say a little bit about the line that's slightly been changed?
So the line, okay. So yeah, we changed the line. So ותן שיחזרו שוב לביתם, and well, it's already in there, and let them come back to their homes. יותר מזה אנחנו לא צריכים. More than this we don't need.
So I think the original said, let him come back to his home, right, in the original song. But we changed it to say, let them come back to their homes. And actually, a friend of mine from Israel actually sent me some photos from the Memorial Day, one of the Memorial Day services, and they actually have that line written quite large in lights from the song, but they changed it to this. So
So is this a new song written?
No, it's not.
No, this is a
old song,
yeah.
but it's obviously been. There's been a lot of old songs in Israel that have kind of been repurposed and played a lot after October 7th because they're meaningful. And this is quite a good example of one of those, but there's been quite a lot of others after that as well. So Shimon, we're going to teach the chorus. Is that right? We're going to teach.
They all learned it already, right?
We're going to teach the chorus. So do you want to come? You want to stand here about there?
Yeah, I mean it's a fairly simple song, so you know you're singing.
I'm going to play the tune of the chorus.
Okay.
Those who haven't heard
Go
it.
for it.
So the chorus is the ones that start Et Hashem Tanach Be'eto. Yeah. So if you look at your sheets, there are 1, 2, 3 there, which start that, and that's what we're going to sing together. Okay, and at the end, it does it twice, and the tune goes like this. Do you want to sing one more? Yes.
I know this, and even I think this is not, no one's ready. So one line at a time.
Okay, so I'll do that.
Okay, Shimon, you need to sing up a bit louder and you need to sing the chorus.
The song is
Can't
actually.
get it, yeah?
Look, she's very bossy. That's why I brought her late. I was hoping I should slow down, but she didn't. The song itself is slightly faster than this, just so you know. And if you can't catch up, just do the usual la la la. And that will work.
So the first line.
ותן שיחזרו שוב לביתם, יותר מזה אנחנו לא צריכים. If you just say the last line, that'd be fantastic. יותר מזה אנחנו לא צריכים. More than this we don't need, or we don't need more than that.
And the chorus, is this chorus the same every time? Because it's not in this.
It is.
The melody is.
Yeah, it just is one line difference in every one of them.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's similar.
Okay.
Yeah, but yes.
Do you want to, should we run through the chorus one more time?
Yes.
Well, you're going to need to sing really loud.
Well, my sister will sing with
So there's an introduction. Shimon will do the verses and we'll all join in for the choruses. I'll just see how this goes.
So she cooks as well as sings. Amazing. Everybody should have a sister like her.
Okay, let's go.
Can I have? I'd love a photo of all my Israel with on the beamer with the flag. That's what I was looking for. So can everyone